Okay, my name is Anna. We're gonna do a layer haircut for a mid-length hair. We're gonna start sectioning our hair profile from the front to my apex. Okay, we're gonna section the top to behind the ear. I place my index. Section one side. I'm gonna section the other side. My customer wants a V shape, so what I'm going to do is section my nape and start my perimeter. Tilt your customer head. Spray styling spray or grooming spray. It will make easier the process. Now, everybody have a different way to cut hair. This is my way, my preference. So I'm gonna use my swivel shears. And I'm just going to do free hair cutting. Tilt your customer, tilt a little bit more, yeah. And I'm gonna start cutting the perimeter. Okay, she wanna keep as much as length she can, so I'm just gonna cut the round areas. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna work on my perimeter. Let's see if I need to cut a little bit more. Okay, make sure you see your guide. Make sure you see your guide. Okay? Because you don't want to cut shorter. Okay. Perfect. Now work on the other side. Make sure your hair is nice and straight. Okay. I find very convenient these shears. They're long. You can use a swivel to relax your wrist. Okay, perfect. I have a V shape. Okay, now I'm gonna be working on my layers. So I section the front and I section the back. What I find very convenient instead of clippers is using these Velcros. So I find very convenient. I just wanna use it to separate my hair. Okay, I'm gonna work on my layers. I'm gonna change to different shears. I'm gonna use a smaller one. Okay, now I'm going to section my hair. The nape area, which is the occipital bone, to my ear, okay? Section from, always place your index and section. Okay, now I'm gonna elevate my hair on 90. Can you tilt your head? Okay. Use this side of the comb to grab your hair after you section it. Flip it, flip it. Okay, now make sure you grab all the hair nice and straight, okay? This is a way that I'm gonna teach you how to cut. You can do a point cut. Okay? Don't pass the second knuckle, okay? Resection your hair. Again. Okay, so I cut my hair on 90, point cut, okay? Now grab a section, a piece of your guideline. So this is gonna be a traveling guide. Work in the other section of the hair, the head. Again, we're gonna repeat the steps. Not everybody have the same length all over. As you can see, this is shorter and this is longer. So don't feel afraid if you don't see hair on the corners, okay? It's very common. Okay. Make sure if you don't see hair that needs to be cut, don't panic. It's because of her previous haircut. I don't need to cut as much as the first section, okay? Probably in this section I don't have to cut that much because it's shorter, as you can see. So always looking on the previous haircut is gonna tell you how much hair you need to cut, okay? So that's the layer. Feel free to spray if the hair gets dry, because hair when it's dry is shorter, and with water, stretch. Okay, make sure you have nice straight hair. Make sure you see your guide from your previous section. Traveling guide. Okay. My guide, point cut. Point cut, it will save you time. Instead of texturizing, you put in point cut, so it will texture at the same time. Cut and texture. I'm gonna work on my top section. I'm gonna create a guide from my top area. Cut it at 90 as same. So I have a shorter part of my front hair. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna cut diagonal on the top because I don't want my hair to be too short. So I'm gonna do diagonal haircut. Choose the ends, just trim the ends, okay? The top crown area, I'm gonna cut it the same way. Elevate it. Use as a reference this point of the head and start from there, okay? As you can see, I have my guide right there. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna work in my top section, right? Again, I'm gonna cut diagonal. Now, I'm going to connect top and bottom. I'm gonna work on my mid section. Okay. Keep spraying because you want to have the same amount of water on the hair to have an even length. Okay. Now, I already cut my hair on the top. I already cut my hair on the bottom. Now I'm gonna cut my hair on the middle part. Straight. Okay. If this is too big section, you can let some hair go because you don't need it or you already cut it. So if it's too big section, get rid of that because you already cut it. You're gonna concentrate on the mid part. Okay. So as you can see, my guide from here and my guide from here. So meaning this hair needs to go. Okay, I'm gonna do point cut. Okay, so that's already layering. I already create my layers. Okay, I'm gonna go for another section. If you cannot handle thicker sections, go for thinner sections. That's fine. As long as you cut the whole hair. Okay. Okay, you can see my guy from the top and my guy from the end. So I'm just gonna do. Some customers, they're gonna have an even haircut. So you have to, the consultation prior to your haircut, that's where you're gonna find out if your customer have an even haircut from previous services. So you kind of have to go work with whatever you have at the moment, okay? Again, I'm going to cut this area. And it's easy to see where's your guy from the top and guy from the end. So I use this finger as a precaution. You know, my finger is telling me, hey, don't go too close to your other fingers because you can cut yourself. So I always lay and rest my shears on my finger. Okay, point cut. So I have some layers right there. Gonna do the same process on the other side. Again, always make sure you keep it wet. This is just one way of cutting hair, one way of cutting layers. There's so many different type of layers. Okay, so always make sure you see your guides, top and bottom, okay? Okay, last one. As you see, I don't cut my hair on the last section all the way to my sides. I keep it to the back. So same thing you do on your left side, you're gonna do on your right side. If you cut this hair on this part of the head, same thing on this side of the head. Otherwise, you're gonna end up having uneven length. See, I can see clearly my guide, so I just cut the middle part. Okay. Back, it's even. Always do cross check, okay? So what I'm gonna do in cross check, I'm gonna take my crown area or my horseshoe section. I'm gonna do a cross check. Elevate your hair. So your hair is even. Always do a cross check to make sure both sides are even, okay? So this is layer the back. What we're gonna do now is framing the front, okay? My client has bangs and she just wants slightly trim. So I'm just gonna follow her section where the hair that she's been colored, because you don't wanna cut more than her color, her hair that has been colored, otherwise you're gonna interfere with the style. Make sure the hair is wet. Cover your customer face. Okay, we're gonna cut it on 0-degree elevation, okay? You can use this side for thicker hair and this side for thinner hair. So what I'm going to do is create my guide. I'm gonna do again, point cut. So I'm gonna travel to my sides using my previous guide. And I'm just gonna trim the other side, point cut. What I'm doing right now is placing my hand in a more comfortable position You can section and then move your hand around for a more comfortable position. Okay? Again, move your hand. Okay, bangs are done. Now I'm gonna frame my face. Make sure again the hair is wet. I'm gonna use my Velcros. They're so convenient instead of using butterfly clips. Okay, just to separate my hair. I'm going to section my from my parietal ridge. See, I place my comb straight. Where the head change its shape, that's another section. So I wanna make sure, for future reference, anytime that you wanna cut somebody's hair, make sure you find their reference points so you can just recreate your haircut often and often, okay? What I'm going to do with this side, I'm gonna direct it in front of her face. For that, I'm gonna use another pair of shears. These are shears for gliding, for sliding, okay? So I'm gonna just change here. Okay, so forward the hair. As you can see, there's short, long, long. So I'm just gonna kind of even it up. Forward. Make sure you follow the same elevation and angle and the other side. So what I'm doing is doing diagonal, and I'm gonna do straight on my cutting. My cutting line is gonna be straight, but my section is gonna be diagonal, okay? So I'm just gonna cut my hair, okay? And I frame this right there. I'm gonna do it on the other side. Again, use your Velcros for easy sectioning. Especially with long hair, you don't want to be dealing with twisting too much the hair and clamping it. So Velcros, it's a help. Okay, again, remember, place your comb. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing, repeat the step from before. Make sure the hair is wet. Because if you don't wet it, you're gonna end up having one side shorter than the other one, okay? Again, remember, it was diagonal. And my cutting angle, as you can see, this side is even. My other side of my customer was uneven. So what I'm going to do is get a piece of the other side to create a guide. Make sure you meet in the center and cut it. So I create my guide. I want to have both sides here. Having that guide, I know where to end. It's right here in my guide. So what I'm going to do is cut the rest of my hair. Remember, don't pass the second knuckle because you can cut yourself. My cutting line is straight, but my angle, but I have a diagonal section, okay? Done. So both sides are gonna be even, okay? Now I'm gonna work on the top area. What I'm going to do in this particular case, okay, same section, diagonal. I'm going to follow my guide. I have a guide from the bottom here. So I'm gonna follow my guide. I'm gonna wet my hair again. Diagonal. I have my guide right here, and I'm gonna cut the rest of the hair. Okay, so I'm framing my face already. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Diagonal down. I'm gonna follow my guide, which is this one, okay? Remember, straight cutting line. Straight cutting line. Okay. I frame my face. Now, I want to make sure these two sides are even. What I'm gonna do, remember the bangs section? Okay, so I'm gonna create a triangle right here. Okay. This is called cross check. So if by any chance it's uneven, just correct it, okay? This is very common, don't panic. See, now it's even. I have an even length on the front. If I cut a little bit from this side, I wanna make sure I correct, okay? Now, I'm gonna texturize the ends for the frame. What I'm going to do is following the same direction. I'm going to do point cut with texturizing shears, okay? Point cut with texturizing shears. I don't want to have a straight line because then it's gonna show the cut. So I want to do angle, point cut. Same thing on the other side. Diagonal, always, whatever you do on one side, if you want a symmetrical haircut, repeat it on the other side. That's called muscle memory, okay? Remember, angle, angle, angle. Same thing. I notice my customer has more density on this side. What does that mean? She has more hair on this side. When I'm holding the hair, I notice, and I'm gonna show you. I see a lot of short hairs here. So that's why she have less density on this side. What you can do is thin this part out so she have same density on both sides. Okay. Sometimes it can be due to a breakage, or it can be just some people have less density on one side than another. We're still perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do is texturize a little bit more. Okay, and that will be it for the layering and framing. This is a framing the face and having layers on the back.